The base just recently officially acquired the 150 Shirley Street location in Newmarket. How will this official acquisition of the location enable you to serve the urban youth, and what opportunities does it create for this area?
Yeah, so we did just acquire our building at 150 Shirley Street, and that's just something, first and foremost, we're extremely excited about. It just says so much for the team, but so much of what we can do and where we'll be within the community. It's just a very important thing for us because we'll be able to realize a ton of savings that we can put directly back into our programming. So we already do a lot of great work with our sports. We're getting ready to launch off a major health and wellness initiative. We have careers. We also have our college access programming. And again, these are all programs within the organization that we do great, but now we'll be able to do it even better. And that's the thing that excites me the most.
Absolutely. And can you tell me a little bit more about the health and wellness programs that you guys are developing?
Yes. We actually just received a $1 million grant from Atria's Health Equity Foundation, in which what we'll be doing is really taking a look at a lot of the health disparities that our community faces and creating youth-led solutions for our young folks to be advocates out in the community within their circles and being able to really just discuss a lot of the things that our community faces and being able to push the agenda forward.
What role do you envision the base playing in the revitalization of the Newmarket neighborhood and other neighborhoods that you're invested in? And are you looking to engage with local leaders or businesses?
That's actually something that excites me the most, as well, is that, if you think about 2019 when the pandemic hit, Mass and Cass, the Newmarket area was almost a no-walk zone, right? Everybody was talking about what was happening, and the base was there. We wanted to discuss really the shining light and the great things that are happening in that neighborhood. But now when you look at us acquiring this building, there'll be a brand new field at Clifford Park. Roxbury Prep is building their school right across of Clifford Park. If you look at this area right here, that will be a premier destination for youth around the city to be able to get their education, to be able to go have access to sports and other different opportunities that are out there for them.
Can you share any specific examples of the base using sports as a vehicle for education and personal growth?
Totally. When you look at Forbes magazine, they said it best. Out of Fortune 500 CEOs, 90% played sports. So the concept of sports and being able to have that transfer over into your work life, into your careers, it's very similar with that. So understanding how to work within a team, how to have leadership, how to make sure you're showing up on time, how to be vocal, how to be able to support those around you when sometimes they're not having their best day, right? But ultimately your goal is to win, right? And ultimately your goal is to go and push forward. And so that aspect and those lessons of sports apply every single day into the careers of people across all industries. And so what we're doing is we're taking those tokens of sports and letting our young folks know that you can apply everything that you learn on the field off the field as well.
Looking ahead, what are your long-term goals and aspirations for the base, and how do you plan to fully extend your reach into the community?
Yeah, one of the big goals for the base is we really want to be one of the best sports-based youth development nonprofits in the country, right? Utilizing all different sports, but knowing that, again, our young folks can take sports, but really gain so much more once they walk through our doors, right? We have over $1 million of academic scholarship money for our young folks at partnering colleges. Again, we have access to careers, and then the soft skills and career development right here in our space as well. Like I mentioned, we're getting ready to launch off our health and wellness initiative. Every single young person that walks through the doors of the base can have access towards their success and whatever it is that they desire. And we want to make sure that we're always pushing that agenda for our young folks, but even more so because of our building, it's ours. And we actually purchased an adjacent plot of land that abuts our building. So that allows us to be able to build in the future even more so. So therefore, more of our young folks can have access to play, whether it be in baseball, basketball, softball, and other sports as well. And again, we just want to make sure that we're part of the new narrative at Newmarket Square with Roxbury Prep, with the brand new field, the base being right there, and folks discussing about what's great in the community. And again, we will continue to showcase that.
Can you just tell me where the idea for the base came from?
The idea of the base, it goes back. So I'm actually a product of the program where the base was born out of. So starting in 1978, there was a baseball program called the Villa Victoria Astros. They eventually had this major growth and became the South End Astros, which, again, it just turned into 2 blocks over. And then eventually the Boston Astros. And so, again, I'm an alum of the Boston Astros program, along with many other folks in the city that are doing great things. And eventually what we decided is, the Boston Astros was serving just a small group of baseball players. But how do we serve other youth across other sports, whether they were, quote unquote, some of the most talented, or they just wanted to have access to sports? And the conversation can't just stop at sports. Is that, again, we have to look at our young folks, and they are the next future, the next generation of our economy right here in this city. And we have to prepare our young folks for that. And we can't do it just in the sport itself. We have to make sure we're doing the exposure. We have to make sure that we're putting them in places to be able to succeed. And therefore, that's where our scholarships come in. That's where, again, our network and our alumni come in as well and continue to help out along with other partners and other believers in the city.